Hi, I'm Ian.
And I'm Amanda, and we are from Bake It Pretty, and we are going to answer some questions today. We're answering one question today. One question. This is from Jen Pisano, and she asked how we are using social media for our business and what works for us and what doesn't. And this is a fantastic question.
Yeah.
We're by far not the experts on social media, but we'll talk about it anyway.
Sure. I started at Bake It Pretty, started working at Bake It Pretty right around the time that we changed over our Facebook page, because originally we had signed up and we were sort of doing it wrong, and,
Yes,
which I think is
easy to do.
really easy to do if you set it up as a person instead of as a company.
Yes. Don't do a personal page and don't do a group page. You want a fan page, and you can Google that, look it up, how to do start a fan page. That is definitely what you want. It's a big pain to change it later if you screw it up in the beginning.
Which is what happened with us, yeah, and we ended up, I think, losing a lot of fans in the transition.
You almost have to think of Twitter and Facebook as a separate inbox, and if you don't want that extra strain, if that bothers you, then I wouldn't venture into social media, because you see so many sites where people are asking questions and there's no feedback. There's just like an empty conversation, and the whole point of social media is to be social, that you're actually interacting with your customers and that you're not just a big business facade, that you're people.
Yeah.
And so if you don't think that, and it can be hard, I mean, people will start asking questions, you'll be like, oh, I wish they had emailed, but if you can't respond to your different ones, then you shouldn't. And that's a great way to stay more selective too. I think it's easy for us now to look and see what's working, because we can go through our posts and see the ones that people are most interested in. And for us, promotions and discounts for sure. And also the other ones that people seem to like the most are just like the in the backyard grilling a pizza. Check it out,
Absolutely.
And that's great, because those are the ones that I like to do. It's fun. I mean, it's fun keeping updated and seeing what people are up to and just day-to-day life. And I think people appreciate that from a company, because companies are becoming more transparent now. It's not a boss that sits in an office that you never hear from, eating bonbons.
Counting our money.
Counting our money.
Really?
And I think we use Facebook a lot more than we use Twitter right now. And I think when we started out, I liked Twitter a little bit more. I kind of like the interaction on Facebook a little bit better right now. I think it's easier to keep up with people and to comment. And so I'm a little more drawn to that, so I focus on that a little bit more. And I answer questions on Twitter, and I'll pop up here and there. But personally, I feel like you should go with the flow. You should post when and where and what you really, really want to, and what you really think that your customers and your fans want to see, because it really should be 100% for them. You should enjoy it, preferably, totally. But social media is not for you. It's not for us to feel good about ourselves. It's to get people talking and to interact and to share things. I know a lot of people use clients. I think it's like Hootsuite, and there's different ones where you can do time-delayed postings, where you can save a bunch and have them post at different times. And I tried that actually at first, and it was not a good fit for me. And I'll tell you why, because if I think of something, I want to post it then. And I'll keep a notebook for maybe things for later, so I don't post 10 things at once or something like that. But for me, I mean, it's not that it's sleazy or weird, or I guess it could be a time saver, but I feel like social media is really all about right now. It's Twitter, it's 140 characters, it's what are you doing? And I don't want to span things out over a certain amount of time. I might not even be looking when people are commenting if something is posting at 2 in the morning or whatever. So that's a personal decision. I know a lot of people love using those clients, but I feel like social media, if you can't commit to doing it a few times during a day or whenever you feel inspired, then maybe you should pass on it.
And there's a lot of personal preferences as far as how social media can work for a business, and there's a lot of different kinds of businesses. I mean, Walmart, I'm sure, has a Facebook page with 1 billion people who like it, But something that we were talking about before we started this video is who is following you, who is paying attention to what you're doing, and if you put out a lot of content and it's good content, and you show your own personality, then people are going to want to follow you. A way to get a lot of followers is to do giveaways where it's like, go to this person and like our Facebook page and retweet this and whatever, and that is absolutely fine as a personal preference, and I know that it works really well for a lot of bloggers. Something that we found is that doing things like that is going to get you a lot of followers, but they're not people who are necessarily interested in what you're doing.
Right. It'll get your count up high, and at first, even when I started social media, you see your numbers, your followers start to climb, and it makes you feel really good. And it's easy to get swept up into this. Oh well, I'll look better if I have more. How do I get more? How do I get more? And I've slowly been learning, and I'm going to give a list actually on the blog of some of the kind of gurus that I follow that talk about social marketing, like Seth Godin, Marie Forleo, Eddie Biz. These are all people that I follow that have really great ideas about getting followers and what it means to have a smaller group of really dedicated people, and how that will serve you so much better than having a large group who may have just clicked on just for promotion and then aren't going to follow you anymore.
When you're thinking in terms of social media, at least the way that we think in terms of social media, it's trying to make as much actual content as you possibly can, try and show as much of your personality as you can, and try and attract people who are interested in what you have to say and what you're actually doing, as opposed to just empty followers.
We hope that this question and answer session was helpful for you. Please follow us on Facebook if you like us, or on Twitter, or on our blog, and send us your questions, because we will be making this a regular feature. So thanks for stopping by.
Thanks. Bye.
Even use MySpace anymore?
If you use MySpace, let us know how much you love it, and
Yeah.
we'll send you a telegram about how much we love you.
Wrap it up!